Hi Gemini, welcome to your What Does Spirit Want You to Know reading. This is going to be a Celtic cross. I'm going to lay it out and then we'll go back and talk about each card and its position and what it means to you. And it is going to be just that. What does Spirit want you to know? It's going to be an open message from them, whatever they feel like they want you to hear right now. So, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my Gemini friends. I thank you for their desire to seek guidance from you and to know what it is that you have to say to them. Thank you for clear and concise messages. Thank you for the tarot as a tool. And thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. And as always, we thank you for love, light, and prosperity in these readings. Show us, what is your message for Gemini? Okay, current energies. Wow, the Star card. What's crossing you? The Nine of Swords. What is the underlying energy? We have the Four of Cups. What is the recent past? The Page of Swords. Your crowning energy, Justice. Near future, the Devil. What is your, don't get freaked out by that, just by the way. Your attitude toward this whole situation, whatever it is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, and the outside influences, Ace of Swords. Hopes and fears, the Lovers. That's you, Gemini. That's your card. And your potential outcome is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so let's pull these one by one and see what we have going on here. So your current energies is the Star card. Now the Star card is the major arcana of the wish fulfillment card, right? This woman is like an alchemist. She is transmuting energies, right? From physical to spiritual, spiritual to physical. She's grounded with one foot on the ground, and she's connected with one foot in the water, in her emotions, in the spiritual aspect of her life. She's guided by this star. It's like, I just heard the three wise men, like you're a wise person, and you know that life is way bigger than this 3D reality. So you look for your guidance outside of what's here. You meditate, you pray, you do whatever your spiritual practice is to find your guidance, okay? And I feel like this is who you are, this is where you are. You understand that about yourself. That's your current energy. So what's crossing you? So the crossing card, and I say it in all my readings when I do this, the crossing card can be a boost forward, or it can be a challenge, a setback, right? Or something that holds you up. And with this card, I feel like it's a clear indication that this is a holding you up kind of card. Because while you know that you're connected, and you know that you are guided, you know this, but you can't get out of your head. You have some worries that you can't just seem to let go of them. And it's keeping you up at night, maybe not literally, but it's like your mind's always working, always trying to figure out, or always not necessarily trying to figure anything out as much as I'm hearing always worrying about things that may never happen, that you may never ever have to worry about. And whenever we do that, it's like whenever we give our energy to worry, my opinion of that, I journal a lot, and I journaled a whole I think it was 3 pages, handwritten pages, about worry and how it's almost like we're praying. When we worry, it's almost like praying for the worst possible outcome. So if you're worrying about things that you have no control over, that could possibly never even happen, try to discipline your mind, because that is a choice. The thoughts that we allow ourselves to think about is definitely a choice. So try to discipline your mind to get rid of those worries. Here is your underlying energy. What has you in this place that you are right now is this right here. Okay, so this is emotional fulfillment, right? The cups. It talks about our emotions. The blue in the background, for me, blue or this it is a blue color. It's like a trust. It's like trusting. The horizon back there, it's not real big, so you're not really seeing the big picture, right? You're focused on these cups right here, and the universe is trying to come in and bring you this emotional fulfillment, bring you this other answer that you're looking for, and you're not seeing it because your mind is focused here. Your mind is focused in worry, but this is who you know you are. You've got evidence from your life, Gemini, that this is the truth, right? But you're allowing yourself to live here because you're focused on what's in your reality versus what you know to be the truth about reality, which is that we're guided when we allow ourselves to be. Okay. In the recent past, I have the Page of Swords. Now, this could be a new truth you've stumbled upon. The page indicates a younger energy or maybe a newer energy, a message, because it's the sword. It could be a message, a communication. It has to do with truth, intellect, mind things, all that stuff. And it's like there's been some kind of new reality that has come into your experience, or new understanding, or new truth. And I feel like even though this is an air sign card and you're an air sign, I feel like it's not something that you discovered on your own. I'm feeling like this is something new, or somebody new, something or somebody new that has come into your experience with this alternate way of thinking, perhaps. And it's their truth, and their truth seems to be what's keeping you up at night, because possibly it doesn't line up with what you know to be your truth based on your experiences. Okay? Your overall energy, your crowning energy. Whenever I talk about a crowning energy, I'm talking about your higher self. I'm talking about your spirit guides, your angels, your archangels, all of that. That combined energy is justice. Okay? This justice, again, she holds a sword of truth too. She also holds in her hand a scale that's balanced. So it's like your higher self and your spirit team, okay? This red right here talks about the root chakra. Okay, Gemini, I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has already done a lot of clearing in their root chakra. You've already gone beyond societal norms. You've already let that all go. You've already said goodbye to the traditional way that we're supposed to show up. If that makes any sense to you, it feels like you are already. This is your solid background right here. This gold color, that's your guides, that's your angels, that's your higher self. It's like that is the backdrop. That's the true backdrop of who you are, and it's like you've allowed yourself to kind of get knocked off track a little bit, right? With this other I feel like this is another person or another thing, something new that has come in to your experience that is kind of like rocked your world a little bit. Not really rocked your world, but it's introduced mental conflict within your own mind, and that's why this is crossing you right now. So your spirit team, your higher self, is saying, okay, no, it's time, let's balance this. We want to bring justice, we want to bring balance back into your life, because you got things to do, right? And we ain't got time for that. That's why here, we ain't got time for that. So your near future is the devil. So this isn't necessarily a great, exciting idea of a future, right? Because it has to do with addictions. It has to do with mental mind games, attachment, self-sabotage, anything that we're attached to in this earthly realm. This is what this card has to do with. So I kind of feel like there's more to this story, and we're going to come back and get clarity on it in a little bit, because I feel like if this is what's in your near future, Spirit's giving you a warning, but they also have a message about it. It's not that they're warning you, don't go down that road, you're going to go to hell. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they're asking you to be careful with this, because it can lead to this. It's like it's going to back you up if you allow it to continue, right? But with that Justice card as your crowning energy, I feel like there's an answer for this. So we're going to come back to that in a little bit. Your energy right now is you're guarded, okay? The Four of Pentacles, if it's about money and career or whatever, it's about holding on to your money. But this isn't about money. This is about you. So what I'm seeing here is that he's got his feet solidly planted on these two pentacles. He's wearing one on his head, and then he's got the other one over his heart, right? So it's like you are, because of this, sorry, I suddenly feel very stiff back here. Because of this worry that you have going on right here, that you're allowing to live in your mind, this right here is where you're at with all this. It's like you want to protect yourself from whatever is to come. You're not allowing yourself to live in your full potential right now, because you're allowing these mind games, whatever this somebody else's truth was, to play with your mind. So you're feeling guarded right now. Outside influences is the Ace of Swords. Okay, so Cheryl, do you have that reading all wrong? Was this not the outside influence that came in for you? No, it wasn't. This is a page. So, okay, so let's talk about that. So this is a page, right? You know that you communicate with the divine, right? You communicate with the divine. Whenever you're listening to me or any other tarot reader or anybody who speaks into your life, you're listening to, and I'm just going to use me, you're listening to my translation of what I'm hearing from the divine, and that message goes through my filter based on my experience, right? So this younger energy that's come in with this message, this truth, or whatever it is that they've decided that they need to hand you, they are handing you their truth based on their experience, that is filtered through their filter, okay? This truth is coming straight from the divine, and this truth and communication is crowned with this wreath. It's not round, but it's the garland, the victory garland, right? And this is who you know that you are, who communicates directly with this. You don't need me or anybody else to tell you what Spirit's trying to say to you. Because when you are in alignment with who you are, with your true self, and you are tuned in, tapped in, and turned on, you hear these messages clearly. So this person's truth is just that, their truth. Okay? Your hopes and fears, you want to be who you are. And Gemini, that is the absolute perfect thing to be. But your fear is that if you are who you are, and it doesn't line up with this other person's truth, that things aren't going to work out, right? It's like, that's why you're all worried about this. So I feel like somebody has come in and introduced a message to you that is their message for them, not for you. And I hope you're getting that. I hope I'm being very, very clear about that. Somebody is so, and you know what? It's not like they're trying to do anything evil to you. No. It's everybody's got a different path. We're 7 billion people on this planet, and there's not one path that fits everybody. Everybody, all 7 billion people, we have all a different thumbprint. Why would we think there's only one way to accomplish an end result for 7 billion people? No. This person is really pumped up about their truth and their journey. And it might not look like yours. And guess what? That's okay. And you know this. But in their excitement, I'm feeling like in their excitement, they're not only telling you about their experience, they're trying to tell you that it's the way you need to go too. But Gemini, you know who you are already. You already know. You've been down that part of the journey already. You've done your self-discovery. So this truth is not this truth. This outside influence is the divine trying to speak directly to you. It's not this little page coming in telling you all about their experience and what they know to be true for them and for you. No, because you're two different people. Okay, you got that? Your outcome right here. So your near future is the devil, and your outcome is let's try to get some balance, right? We're going to get some clarity on both of those cards real quick. I hope this doesn't go on too long. Okay, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you for this message. Show us, why is this devil card showing up for Gemini as their near future, in their near future placement? What's that about? Show us what that's about. Why is the devil card coming up in the near future placement for Gemini? You know, the devil card is also about passion. So maybe you're going to end up with a very passionate message about understanding our own truths, right? Maybe that's what it's going to be. You're going to have your own message about not letting anybody else knock you off your path whenever you know, because of your communication with Spirit, what your path is. Let's see. What is that card doing here? Okay, so it got there because you got bored, because you let your mind get focused on too much of the material world, too much of what's going on in front of you and around you, and it's like you stepped away from that connection with Spirit. This is who you truly are. This is your current energy. This is still your current energy, right? But you're allowing this based on these cups, right? You got bored a little bit with your spiritual journey. You weren't growing anymore or something. And so it's like you allowed for, you didn't do it on purpose, but it allowed for like a tear in your energy, like a little crack in your energy for some other thing to come in and say, this is the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so that devil card is about that, about our focus on what's in our 3D reality. Okay, so show us, well, okay, so we're going to do the other, and then we're going to ask for an energy to focus on to avert that as an actual outcome. Show us, why is the Two of Pentacles showing up as an outcome? Show us, why is the Two of Pentacles showing up as an outcome for Gemini in this reading? And there's that Justice card again. Okay, so it's about balance. It's about you're going to, I wasn't seeing it as necessarily anything positive because my focus was wrong. But it's saying that, okay, so see, he's balancing. What's going to happen is this person's truth, right? Whatever that person, that thing, that organization, whatever it is that came in and kind of shook you up a little bit, you're going to be able to balance these mental games that you're playing with yourself, where you're questioning your journey, you're questioning where you are. You're going to be able to balance it. And it's not necessarily going to be easy because you've been sitting for a while with those worries, right? So the seas are maybe just a little tiny bit rough. So your emotions are going to be just a little bit all over the place. But the outcome is that you are going to balance it, because you know why? It's your overall crowning energy is to get that balance back in your life, and that's going to be your outcome. You will find that balance. Okay, I'm going to get a card to show us about this energy. What energy can we focus on to avert being stuck in that 3D attachment mindset of the devil? Show us what energy we can focus on to avert that 3D attachment mindset. Patience and planning. Okay, so that's the Seven of Pentacles. So what is the Seven of Pentacles about? It's about planting and waiting on universe to do its part. Okay, so I feel like what it's telling you is go back to the basics of what you know is your truth, right? Go back to your basics, not the basics that you grew up with, but the basics that you found out whenever you first started this journey, whenever you first went down this spiritual path, or whatever this journey is for you. Go back to the basics and then be patient and allow. This is like it's the columns that hold up a building, right? And so it's the columns that hold up you and your spirituality, or your whatever this is that you're going through. And look what's coming through the center. It's that golden light, and there's a little like ray of golden light too that goes on both sides of it. So it's like the golden light, God, your guides, your angels are wanting to come in and immerse you with guidance again. And they're showing it twice that they've been trying to reach you, right? But you're so focused on, oh my God, am I wrong? Does this person have the right way? Is this way? Have I been doing it wrong? No, you haven't been doing it wrong. Not at all. You've been doing what's right for you, and they're doing what's right for them. Again, because I do tarot and talk about God and the Bible while I'm doing tarot, doesn't mean that it's right or wrong and that that's how everybody else is supposed to do it. That's just the way I do it. Okay? So whatever it is that they brought into your life, you're going to be able to balance it. You're going to find that balance within yourself, and it's going to be good for you and for them, that they're going to, well, you can't determine how they're going to react to it, but you're going to be okay with them having their way for themselves and you having your way. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels. I'm fixing to pull an oracle card from the Enchanted Map. It's not necessarily a new deck that I have. I've had it for a while, but I really haven't had a chance to get familiar with it. So I figure I just need to start introducing it, and I'm going to read from the book. But we're going to get an oracle card. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit. Show us an oracle card. Show us an oracle message for Gemini as it relates to this reading. Show us what is that additional message that you would have them to know as it relates to this reading, or whatever it is you want to say to them. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so you've got the wishing well. Look how beautiful that is. And the card is number 48. So that's foundation and success, or 4 and 8 is 11. 4 and 8 is 12. 12 reduces to a 3. So I don't know if that 3 means anything to you or not. I'm going to read the card. We're going to see what it says, Gemini. Okay. Desire is the sacred impulse of life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. Desire is the most important impulse for creating your life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration, and sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It's an aha moment when everything makes sense. Perhaps you recognize a soulmate, or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The wishing well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens. It just does. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. We do our part and then we wait, right? Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. Okay, so it looks like whatever this was, it's like maybe you got a little disappointed with, you got bored with things because you weren't manifesting into your life what you thought you should manifest and when. And that's how this other new idea came in there. Okay, so form your intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well. Then trust in spirit, and then prepare to be amazed. Okay, so what it's saying is focus on, I love this, focus on not being bored. Okay, it looks like you got a little bit bored with your journey because you had filled your cups up, but then nothing was really changing in your life. You felt like you were making progress, and then all of a sudden you got stagnant, right? So you started maybe wondering something was wrong, and then in comes this new person with this whole new idea, and now it's really making you wonder about what, all those steps that you took, all that journey that you took to grow yourself. So in order to release your attachments and your ownerships of any outcomes, of any of that person's journey or your journey, it's like your whole deal is to do your part and release, throw that coin in the well, and then trust that the universe is going to take over and do its part. And that's the hardest part about any spiritual journey, I think, is that trust, is knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that whenever we have a desire, that's the spark that sparks the idea, that sparks the movement, of our angels and our guides to go to work for us. But whenever we take that desire and we focus on it and then grieve it because it's not coming to pass, or whatever it is that we do with it that allows negative emotions to come in, then we stop the growth of it. We stop the universe's ability to be able to bring it to us. Okay, let's get a PS. And we're going to be done. We guard ourselves. That's where you are right now, Gemini. You're guarding yourself because you feel like maybe I took the wrong path. Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I'm not, there's something missing that I'm not doing, right? And so somebody else comes in and brings you their young, new truth. And now you're thinking, oh my gosh, is this the way I was supposed to do it? Have I messed up all this time? No, but you're going to find your balance. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show us clearly what else is it that you want to say to Gemini in regard to this message. Show us what else is it that you want to say to Gemini in regard to this message. We thank you for clear and concise messages, and we thank you for love, light, and prosperity. Gemini, you're the emperor. It's like, okay, I think it was Taurus also got this card, and I think it was in the PS. It's like, don't you know who you are? You are so far and above this. You've come so far in your journey, and the truth is, you have already manifested things into your life. Something happened along the way that either you got bored or a little bit off track or whatever, and you decided, oh, it's all malarkey. No, that's not true. You're the emperor. Look back on your life, Gemini. Look at all the king. This is the culmination of every king in the deck. You're resourceful. You're methodical. You're systematic. You are emotionally intelligent. You're unconditionally loving, right? You are intelligent and a good communicator, and you know your truth. Which one am I missing? The wands. You are inspired. You're inspired and you're passionate. So you've got all of those qualities that every king has, and you're a visionary because the kings are visionaries. So the only difference with the emperor is, he can be a little bit stoic, but whenever it comes down to it, he truly leads with his heart. And so I think that's what this probably is asking you to do is to reconnect with your heart, reconnect with the seat of your soul, and reconnect with your higher self and move forward from there. Because whenever there's a truth that you need to know, the universe is going to bring it to you. Okay? King of Swords. Okay, so you got the Emperor, now you're getting the King of Swords. So it's doubly important for you to know that your truth is your truth. And you can look back at your life and know, Gemini, that you have already walked this path, that you've already experienced the manifestations, and whatever it is that caused you to deviate a little bit, that's okay. You deviated, you got bored, whatever. But you can look back at your path. You can look back at your own truth and say, this is what works for me. You don't have to find some new truth to do that. You know already who you are and what your life is about. Look, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. So this is, wow. So you've got on this, I'm just looking at this, you've got Justice twice, you've got the Star, you've got the Lovers, which is your card, Gemini, and you've got the Devil, and now you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like whatever these little earthly attachments, whatever this little deviation in your plan, whatever has happened, it's over. And now's your time to move forward. Whenever you get the Wheel of Fortune, that means that you're at the top part of this wheel. They're ready to move you forward into your next phase. Whatever you want that to be, you are, this is the great thing, you are the designer of whatever that is that you want it to be, Gemini. You're the one who decides. And whenever you decide, and then you say, okay, this is what I want to happen. I like to talk about Les Brown. Les Brown says, work as if everything depends on you and pray as if everything depends on God. So you do your part and know that God's going to do their part, because this is your time. You're at the top of this wheel right now. It is your time to manifest, to create, to walk into the reality that you choose for yourself. Okay, Gemini, I am so glad that you stopped in. Thank you so much for the subscribes, the likes, all that stuff. I really do appreciate it. If this has resonated with you and you're not already a subscriber, please do so and hit the bell thingy too. Okay, go out and have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye. Oh, bye.